welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. So today I decided I was going to use up what's in my fridge, do a little meal prep. I have a easy Amish breakfast casserole recipe that I wanted to try. That was another great recipe from Becky on Acre Homestead. She's got a lot of great recipes too. So I'm going to try that one. And I'm going to make some complete salads in jars. So if this stuff interests you, come along. And as a little bonus, I'm just going to do a quick what I eat in a day. So all this food that we've been preparing during that challenge, I will show you how I'm eating and using it. All right? So come along and let's prep. Welcome back, friends. So now I am going to assemble these super easy salad in jars. And you can see how easy they are. You can use food that you've either preserved or food that you buy. So I'm just going to show you how fun and easy they are. They're great to have. You can make as many as you want. I am just using up the produce I had in my house, in my fridge, that need to be used up. So I have enough for about 2-quart jar salads. So I call them quart jar salads. And they're good for about up to 5 days in your fridge. So you can do as many as you want. As you want to do enough for family, for dinner, have it prep ahead. If you want to do enough to have for lunch every day. So here we go. Let's put them together, okay? So first in my jars, now this is optional. I'm not going to do it today. You can put your salad dressing on the bottom, especially if it's something you want to take to work or or just if you want your kids to just, take the salad and have it all ready. You can put your salad dressing on the bottom, and then what we do is we put the veggies on top of the dressing that are the heartier veggies, like the carrots, the cucumbers, the peppers, the celery. So I'm not going to do the dressing because honestly, I never know what kind of dressing I want that day. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait. So I still have these organic carrots, and I'm going to start on the bottom with some organic carrots in each. And this is like a full meal because we're going to have the protein and everything in here. And like I said, you can do as many or as little as you want. Then I'm going to add some celery. As you saw, I already kind of chopped everything up. So I'm going to divide the celery that I had left over. I just use what I have left to use. And I'm putting that next in the bottom. So the celery into both, kind of dividing it evenly. All right. And then I think I'm going to go with the green peppers. I have a lot of green in here. I'm going to go with the green peppers. And I do have some green onions too, but I think I'm going to do the cucumber next. So these are cucumbers that I just grabbed out of my garden. So I'm going to just divide those up into each of the jars. Then next, I think I'm going to do a protein level. So I just grab whatever beans I have. I do have some canned, but I have these ones that I got organic. These organic beans you can get them at Walmart or Aldi. And I'm just going to take a spoon here. And I just drained them and rinsed them right in the can. And I'm just going to do like half in each. So this is kind of our protein layer. And I tried to go out and grab some tomatoes, but they were still pretty green out there. So I didn't have any tomatoes. So there's, and then the next thing I do is I had gotten a whole bunch of this chicken on sale at Costco. So I'm going to use this canned chicken. I also have the chicken I can't, but I'm going to use this up because it's been in my pantry and I want to use it up. So this is a great, you can use tuna, you can use whatever kind of, you know, canned meat that you have. So I'm just going to, like I said, this is a big hearty meal, you guys. Then on top of that, I'm going to add my green onions. I had some green onions I had to use up, so I'm going to add some of those. And then I'm going to do my lettuce level. So my lettuce is pretty much done in my garden. So I had some spinach in my fridge that I needed to use up. So I pulled out the bad stuff. And I'm just going to kind of fill this up with some cabbage and spinach. I chopped up some cabbage for a vegetable soup in a jar that I'm going to do. And then I kind of, I wanted some bigger ones. So I'm just going to push down on this, the lettuce level that I have here. Still, just going to put a little more spinach in there. I just love veggies. I mean, I can just eat veggie salads all the time. So I don't even have to have a ton of lettuce. But whatever you guys have, if you like a lot of lettuce in yours, you can do more of that. But then I just put the lid on them. I'm going to put my plastic lids. You can use whatever lids you have. And I'm just going to put whatever I have left over here into my veggie soup that I'm going to make. Then look at how beautiful these are. These are so good. So you just keep them in your fridge. When you're ready, just dump it on a plate. You have an entire meal all ready to go. So there we have our mason jar salads. Salads in a jar. All right? Because the next thing I want to do is I have my pressure canner out still. I washed it. I was just going to put it away and I thought, well, it's out. So I just want to do some quick little veggie soups in jars that I can pressure can. You guys can make them and freeze them if you want to, however you want to preserve them, okay? So what I have is I just have 4, I'm doing the pint size because I want it just for me. I'm just going to open up a jar in the winter, you know, and I love soup when it's cool out. So if I want to just open up a jar of soup in the winter, I can have veggie. I have the other ones I did. So this is just another really quick way to meal prep and have some soup on hand. Now I do know, I mentioned in my other video that there, you know, if you don't have a pressure canner, you guys can, you know, it's not FDA recommended, but there are other ways you can learn how to can it. It usually takes like 3 hours or more in a water bath canner. I don't recommend that because I have a pressure canner, but if you want to do that or it's something you're looking into, then, you know, go ahead. So what I have here is I just opened a big jar of diced tomatoes and I divided it up between my 4 jars. Then this is going to be how super simple this is. I got these organic mixed veggies on sale at Aldi. I am just going to open these up and put some of these in each jar. Whoop, as I spill them all over. It wouldn't be me cooking without a little bit of mess, right? And I should have taken them out and let them thaw a little bit. I actually have another bag that I brought up to this freezer if I need more. I was thinking, since I'm doing little jars, I was thinking one bag should probably be enough. Because I have the other veggies that I have left over that I was going to put in there too. And I also put a little bit of garlic in here too. I had the garlic out, so I just stuck about a teaspoon of garlic in each of them as well. And you can season them however you want. I'll probably just do salt and pepper. Sometimes I do a little crushed red pepper. Yeah, I think one is going to be good actually, because I have the other veggies. Okay, and then I have some leftover green onion. I should have saved some more of the other diced onion, but I'm using that for the Amish casserole that I'm gonna make. All right, so then I'll just put this leftover spinach, a little bit of this in each of it. Use up whatever you have, right? That's how we clean out and not waste the spinach, honestly, to tell you, it was at its last leg. I did have to pick some bad ones out. So there were, yeah, it was at the end there. Then here is my I love cabbage in soup. So let's see, I'm gonna have to use this. So I'm just gonna fill this up the rest of the way with cabbage, and then you can add any broth of your choice. Like if you want to add a veg, just top it off with that. And this is how we are going to, or you can, you know, season it up and add water to it. But, or just another can of tomato juice. I'm gonna have way so much cabbage left over. Which is fine. I'll just add it to my, what do you call it? My sauerkraut in the fridge. Mix that in there. I found some more jars at Fleet Farm and ordered them, so they should be coming. So, and I think they got wide mouth, so that's what made me think about this, trying to stick my fingers into. All right, that looks like a good can of soup. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid on top. I have this lamb broth over here. I think I'm just going to put a scoop in each. Otherwise, I probably would just use some vegetable broth that I have, but instead of opening up a new can, I'm just going to go ahead and do that since it's sitting right here. I still am working on my broth from this morning, which I will go over in what I eat in a day after as well. Set these on here. This broth I'm going to strain, and then I'm going to keep it in the fridge. So this is how my soup will look, and then I'm just going to pressure can it up, and I will show you how it is when it's done. All right, and then I will be making this Amish casserole. That is a recipe from Becky's mom on Homes. I am going to shred up my own potatoes, so I'm going to take a minute to do that, but they use frozen hash browns. So if you want to make it super easy, go ahead and get some frozen hash browns for this recipe. And yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome back, friends. So the last thing that we're going to make together today is this Amish casserole that I got from Becky. So I'm going to do it the way she does, but she said that you can add whatever fresh vegetables or whatever you want to it. So I'm going to throw that leftover, whatever I had, that shredded cabbage, I'm going to throw it in there just for some extra nutrition. So she uses the organic frozen hash browns. She gets them at As Your Standard. I'm sure you can find hash browns anywhere. She uses the little potato, like the chopped potatoes, or I know they've done it with shredded. I just had some potatoes I need to use, so I shredded my potatoes up with my new shredder, which I love, from my KitchenAid that I showed in the last video. So anyway, yeah, so I have 4 cups shredded potatoes, and then I'm sorry if you hear my fan, I was doing bacon in the air fryer oven. So I have bacon here. So you can use bacon or sausage or whatever kind of breakfast meat you like to use. So I'm going to add that in there. I just roughly chopped it here. It calls for 2 cups of cottage cheese. I knew that I bought cottage cheese for something. I couldn't remember. So let's see. So 2 cups of cottage cheese. 1. I'll have to take a little bit out of the other one too. And this way you can freeze too. You don't have to bake it today. You can always freeze ahead and just pull it out and bake it. And I just got whatever cottage cheese I could find at Aldi because I didn't want to go to another store. So this one, she was doubling it. So she did 12 eggs. So here we go. We'll do 12 eggs. So Deb told me she's going to have plenty of eggs for me. So I'm super excited about that. I just need to get to her house. Oops, I got a little bit of an eggshell in there. There we go. Got it out. Nothing worse than having eggshell in your food. Ew. But yeah, so I'm really excited that she's going to have those eggs for me. Let me actually put you down here so you can see what I'm doing. All right. And then they recommend Swiss cheese. 4 cups of Swiss cheese. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Becky also used whatever cheese she had. There's my oven preheating again. She used whatever cheese she had on hand. So she used mozzarella. So, but I did pick up this bag of Swiss cheese they had at Aldi just to try it in there because she said she highly recommended that. So we are going to use this and see how much. I have a feeling this is only going to be 2 cups, but we will see. Yep, I was right. So we will do 2 cups of the Swiss, and we'll do 2 cups of the Italian that I have, which I think will be delish. I'll just probably finish this bag off there. Okay. Not dairy free, that's for sure. And then I have these vegetables I'm going to put in here. This cabbage and green onion left. So I'm going to add that to it. I have one more egg. I think I'm going to throw that egg in there too just because I'm adding vegetables. And then my sauteed green onion and pepper. I threw it in this pan just because I had to move it off the stove for my canner. And I will have to see if I can mix all this together in this bowl. I might have to dump it into a bigger one. Let's do this. I think it will be better off. And some garlic salt. And I had salted my potatoes. So garlic, salt, and pepper. So I think I'll just put a little garlic in there. There we go. This is definitely a double batch. So I'm just going to mix this up here. And then she puts it in a 9x13. I might have to get an extra pan out. And then, oh, 2 13x9-inch pans. Well, that makes more sense. Okay. And then she bakes it at 400. I thought she said 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to have to go and pull that YouTube video up and check how long she bakes it for really quick. And then I will put that on this site, how long we bake it for. But this is definitely a hearty brunch meal. And I like that I did add some vegetables to it too. Otherwise you can always put some green powder in there. I've never really made anything like this that has like cottage cheese, and so it'll be really interesting. All right, so let's put half. I could almost just bake one of them and freeze the other one too. We'll see how that goes. Having all of these make-ahead meals is so wonderful, and I actually am starting to pull them out a little bit. My freezer dump meals. I made that homemade salsa, so I'm going to pull out a Mexican one to use that salsa on. So I'm going to start doing a little bit of what I eat in a day in my videos, so I can show you the stuff that we've made together and how it looks as I eat it. And yeah, so that's how that goes, and that was super easy. I'm just going to put it in the oven, and then I'm going to go and find Becky's recipe and find out how long she bakes it for. So here are my 2 pans, and I'm going to throw them in the oven, and then I will show you everything. So just to recap, we did the salads in a mason jar, which look amazing. I have choices now. I don't even know what to eat for dinner. I might have that tomorrow, actually. And then because I already took out what I'm going to have for tonight. So, and then I have my soup, the vegetable soup we did. I have that in my pressure canner. So, you know, you can always throw that together and keep it frozen too if you want to do that, if you don't can. And then I'm going to put this Amish casserole in the oven. And then I'll just show you real quickly what I ate yesterday. So I always have been trying to start off, now that I told you just a couple days ago, I've been really trying to be good about my gut health food. Which I'm going to adjust my camera. So I've been really trying to be good about my gut health food. So I try to start off with like a cup of bone broth on an empty stomach. And I usually start to eat around 10. I can have like a cup of tea or coffee in the morning. And then I had my farmer's porridge. So I had that. And then for a snack later in the day, because I do eat I pretty much can eat whatever I want between 10 and 6. The thing is I just don't want to eat anything after 6. So for a snack, I had a little bowl of my homemade Greek yogurt that we've made together too. I can link that recipe down there. This yogurt is so good and thick. I can't even tell you. Let me show it to you. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. Look at that. It's just delicious. So good. Okay. So I had a little bit of that with some raw honey on it, because I am also trying to get a teaspoon of raw honey in every day. And then for dinner, I don't know if you remember, friends, but I did up all those vegetables that I had. I just sauteed them up together. So I had a whole thing of vegetables for the entire week. So, and then I had some corn out of my garden. I had a few ears of corn. So I had an ear of corn, some fresh vegetables, and then I made that salsa. So I had chopped up a avocado, and I made an amazing steak. It was so good. I actually just threw it in the oven. And I am telling you, the salsa was made, the vegetables were made. My corn was made. I had made it up to that day too, so I just heated it up. And the only thing I had to do was I baked my steak. So I just seasoned it. I literally baked it in my air fryer oven. And then that's what I ate. I felt like I was at a gourmet restaurant. It was so good. And I was so full. So that was what I ate in a day. And literally that dinner took me, putting it together literally probably took me 5 minutes. It took about 10 minutes to cook in the oven, but it took me 5 minutes to throw it in a pan. So super easy. So yeah, so that's kind of why I do the prep when I can. And it doesn't take a whole long time, but it just little bits at a time add up, just like that challenge we just did. Every bit counts. Every bit counts. My pantry looks amazing. So now I'm going to start showing you how we're doing these meals. And as I get more things, we'll make some more meal preps. You guys have been really enjoying those. And thank you so much. Thanks so much for commenting on my channel, commenting on my other pages. And I really enjoy hearing from you, your comments, seeing what you guys are doing. All right? So thanks so much for watching. And if you've tried any of these recipes, let me know. I would really like to know that. If you've tweaked any, because, I kind of cook on the fly. So, yeah. So thanks so much. You guys be blessed. Thanks for supporting my channel. It has been such a blessing to me. So if you like these things, just subscribe, share. Let's keep prepping so we can save money and we can save time. Those are my biggest things. Save money, save time, and eat well. All right? Thanks so much, you guys. Be blessed. Bye.